thought Sunday was really fun. The training that we went and did by ourselves.
Okay.
Because we've been working more together. We've been training together for 3 years, almost 3 years. So I feel like we know each other's strengths and weaknesses really well. And so kind of game planning more going into the next competition, right? Because neither of us are wrestlers. Are you a wrestler?
Absolutely not.
You do wrestle though.
Try to.
How does it go?
Not very well. That's why I'm not going to wrestle.
At least we're a lot more comfortable with it than we used to be. You know, I think ever since we moved back to Iowa and training with Rick, we wrestled at the beginning of class for like 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely more comfortable being on my feet. I feel like before I would always just go straight to train a pull guard, not even attempt to wrestle in class. So
No, I think that you
That's
just
good.
used to wait, right?
wait for someone else to do something.
To make the first
Yeah.
move to either take you down or to pull guard.
Okay, yeah, maybe you're right.
So what did we work on Sunday? Remember what the main thing was?
Um,
Well, last Sunday,
Passing.
it was attacking from seated guard. Pulling guard and attacking from seated guard. So now in class, this whole month, we're mainly focusing on seated guard. And then you and I worked on outside passing.
yeah, outside passing. It was really good. We played a fun game at the beginning.
You like the
and-
games?
Yeah, the games were fun. And I think we did okay at the games, and then just spent the whole rest of our own like little class going through these different trainings that Shania had us do. And then at the end we played our game again, and it was 10 times better. We definitely should have recorded that, but my
Yeah, I
bad.
know. It was so much better than the first one. So what we did, the way we structured it, we warmed up with the dirty feet game, where basically one person is laying supine, and the other person is just the person that's supine, the goal is to get your feet and make connections with your feet on the person trying to pass your guard. The person trying to pass the guard, their goal is to just get your feet off and not actually fully execute a pass, which was kind of cool. Just like the whole point of that is the concept of just, you know, removing those connections before you go and progress with the guard passing. And then we did J-point outside passing.
That was good.
Yeah. But then we troubleshooted just the outside leg pummel, right?
Yep.
And how to do that. And we like the sprawl.
I know the sprawl was
That
good.
sprawl was nasty. It hurts.
Yeah.
Like on the bottom person, and they have you in a J-point camping position, and then try to get your leg pummel and they sprawl. It was awful.
That was awful.
Yeah,
So-
just hearing Gordon talk about how he does the outside passing and how he sits there for like 20, 30 seconds at a time. And I think having that in your mind helped a lot, because you almost passed. I don't know, did you actually pass my guard? Probably.
Yes. Of course I passed your guard. God.
Well, it was really hard the first time.
Yeah.
And the second time, I know, like the way it felt for me, I was just freaking tired. How was it for you?
Yeah, I was pretty exhausted by the end of it.
No, I meant like, how did you feel passing?
Oh, like it was hard to pass you. But I felt like what are you talking
I'm
about?
saying, did you feel like you weren't even listening when I was talking. Did you feel like you had improved
Yes. Yes.
once we learned some of those ways to deal with the high pummel
Yes.
or the inside pummel, whatever the freak it's called?
Yeah. Well, and even just like drilling, going under when that leg does come all the way over and just switching to the other side. It's like so simple.
Yeah.
I haven't been doing that in a while, so it was a good refresher.
What'd you like about doing it like kind of in the game style? So for that, the goal for the bottom person is to get a sweep or submission on the person trying to pass the guard. And then the person trying to pass the guard, the goal was to just pass it. But if the bottom person turtled, then we reset. It was exhausting.
It was exhausting. It was fun though. It was good.
I like it better than just kind of drilling, but you know, drilling is still important if you don't really understand the move, right? We just added a little bit more resistance as we went.
I think what's really fun about like the game thing too is like with the drilling, you know, what I mean, we just drill, and that it is what it is. But then with the games, you know, we do the game, fine tune some stuff, and then go back to it, and can instantly tell like it just feels different.
Yeah. So that's kind of the focus what we've been doing for comp coming up.
Yes.
It's things that we've learned before. It's not like this is new stuff. It's just identifying where we've kind of been slacking and then just getting better at it. And I've been going crazy about pulling guard and trying to be a good guard player anyways. because I just like it and I'm flexible and small. Eventually, I know I will want to put myself in a position of where I know I'm really bad at the wrestling, so then I'll not pull guard for a long time and I'll just focus on wrestling and getting takedowns. But right now, I'm just pulling guard every single time.
I need to get better about pulling guard.
Do you want to?
Yeah, I do.
For now,
I do
anyway?
want to. For now, yeah. I think I'm getting more confident with wrestling and doing stand-up at the very beginning because of how much we do it in class, to where I'm actually like executing some good stuff. But
yeah, you did really
pull.
good. I don't know what the moves are called, but you did something, man.
The fishing.
No, the
thing that we
trip,
talked about?
not the trip.
The trip.
You know when you get the overhook and then you step in front and you kind of throw me just to off balance me, and then you switch over to the headlock, and I think you try to snap me down. She loves headlocks.
I do.
It's frustrating.
Not any good at it, but
it's just frustrating because it holds me down, and I'm like, get off.
Yeah, sorry.
So you excited for comp?
I am. We haven't competed. Well, I haven't competed since February of last year. I did December 20. That's weird. I live out in the country and there's sirens.
Just keep going. It's fine.
The last time I competed was December 2024, and then that was IBJJF, and then I did Jiu Jitsu World League in January 2025. Signed up for Jiu Jitsu World League again in February 2025, but I broke my hand just a few weeks before that comp. So that was really disappointing. I didn't get to do that, but kind of healed up my hand, and it's good to go now. So I'm excited to get back out there.
Yeah, I'm just surprised because you're always just like, compete. Like, I feel like you just want to compete a lot.
I've been thinking about it a lot, but I don't know, it's also like nerve-wracking. And it's just so different to compete up here versus down in Texas, because I feel like it was just so much easier to find competitions close by in Texas.
Yeah.
Versus here, like we're in the women's grappling group chat, and did you see they're doing, like, there's some smaller things being put together right now, and someone posted one today. They're looking for 16 girls for something, and I was like, oh,
it's like everyone's gonna be below 150 pounds.
Yes.
Are they gonna do it by experience, or is it just kind of gonna be a free for all?
They're going to match as best as they can based on experience, but since it's a small group, it sounds like they're just gonna kind of do whatever they can do.
Yeah.
But I was looking at that, I'm like, oh my god, that'd be just so much fun.
It would be fun.
It would be fun. But then I'm like, it's in Wisconsin.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh, are we gonna go to Wisconsin for stuff? Like, it just feels like there's a lot of people here travel a lot to compete.
Yes, which would suck. I remember just driving 30 minutes to go to Jiu Jitsu World League, and I'm like freaking out because I get really nervous.
Yeah, and then just like logistically, I mean, thank God we don't have kids, but like we have dogs. And
Yeah, we would go weigh in the morning, and then go back home and chill, eat food, and then go back in and compete, which was nice. But for this, we're going to drive like an hour and a half, weigh in the same day, and then just be there, which is fine. My weight's fine, but at the same time, I still got to keep an eye on it. I think changing weight classes to 135 for me kind of lessened the burden a little bit, because of doing 125. I prefer to be at 125, but I'm like 131, 132 right now, so
yeah, keep it
that
simple.
takes the stress off of it. But even still, I get super nervous about competing. But the last time I did compete, I did have, actually competing itself was a better experience, but leading up to the competition is where I get in trouble, because I get nervous and I overthink, and it's a hard thing. It's a really hard thing, and I don't want to do hard things, but we have to do hard things. And that's something I'm trying to keep doing.
So we can't even talk about competing sometimes leading up to it because you get so nervous.
Well, yeah, but like literally it was like months ago or a couple months ago.
Yeah.
And then, I couldn't even think about it, because like what I'll do is I'll imagine that point where like it's just the anticipation when you're there and you're getting ready. You're not even by the mat getting ready to go on. You're just even there and just thinking and just feeling anxious about it. And then, now it's time to go down to the bullpen or go down, and you're lining up and getting ready to go by your mat. And the last competition too, we had a ton of people from our gym competing. And so I get up to my mat and the ref's calling me on. I look around, there's nobody. She's not there, nobody's there. And then thankfully, a girl that's from my team, she was on the mat next to me, and she was getting ready to go on soon. And so I'm just looking for anybody, and I make eye contact with her, and we're just locked in for a minute, and then I go out, and I did really well. I scored a lot of points, and it was I don't want to say it was an easier match, but what was easier about it was, I think, just less of the adrenaline dump compared to the first time I competed. And so I was aware of what I was doing and the positions I was in, but it's just always so funny how strong everyone feels. Women like to say, or not women, men like to say that since there's not a lot of women in the sport of jiu-jitsu and that we're fighting with men all the time, it should make us better and stronger when we fight against women, but it is not true.
No.
They're smaller, they can fit their arms in places, they're faster for like me, and so it's just a completely different experience. We've been doing the open mats lately.
That's been so fun, and I'm so glad we're going to be able to go to the
women's open mats.
The one this month. That's going to be so good. Just to comment on like guys saying that, it's like, oh, you try and be a woman fighting a woman, like it is tough. Like I can only imagine being a dude fighting a dude. And it's
you have to be a lot more technical when it comes to fighting someone your own size. I feel like if you're fighting someone who's bigger than you, you got to figure out just the unbalancing and the leverage that you can have on them, because most of the time they're just going to hold you down, which isn't any fun. If you're someone in class who's just holding someone down, stop it. You're not helping anybody.
You know who you are.
It just happens, I just try not to roll with people like that, especially leading up to competition, because it's like so far in jiu-jitsu, I've just been used to being smashed. So like leading up to competition, I want to be rolling with someone who's really fast, and they're trying to pass my guard really fast, and they're relentless, and they're escaping, and we have to transition, and the pace is up. So that's the kind of stuff I look for leading up to competition.
I'm grateful that we have each other to roll with, because like, we're close in size. Hey, wait, I was drinking that. We're close in size, but we're also not all the way in size. And I just remember the other day after we were done rolling, I was like, okay, rolling with Shania, I'm getting used to it, and like not used to it. You know what I mean? I'm always used to it, but I'm actually starting to do stuff to you, and I'm like, finally. And then I'm just thinking, oh, I'm gonna have to go against someone who's actually my size, and that's 10 pounds heavier than Shania. And so now I'm like, well, all right, let's try it out. Let's see.
10 pounds isn't that much. It's fine. It's just someone who has a different strategy than me, which I guess when it comes down to it, there's only like so many things that can be done, but we're still little whitey belts, so we're learning all those things.
Doing our best every day.
Would you say the other day, like I unlocked a new move or something, and now you have to learn how to deal with that? I've been going crazy with half guard, and usually it's just been like the knee lever, or I wrestle up from deep half, but now I've got a knee bar.
Yeah, I hate it. It's driving me nuts.
So you want to talk about comp? What else?
I don't know. I don't have anything else.
What else are we doing, like leading up, the training frequency? How are we eating? How are you feeling?
Yeah, doing really good with the eating. We're, tracking our macros, except I didn't track this weekend or today, but primarily trying to do a high protein diet. We've been hitting around like a lot of grams of protein every day, like 140, I would say, is the average during the week that we're hitting. We have, in the past, I feel like we did kind of terrible with food because we were trying to cut or didn't really know what we were doing. But I just remember getting feedback like, why aren't you guys eating any carbs? Why is the fat so high? So I feel like we've gotten a lot better about it this time around, actually being more intentional with our macros. And so like, what's been really cool is some nights when we're not training, when I know we're not going to train jiu-jitsu that night, I'll be a little bit less on the carbs. But then the nights that we are training jiu-jitsu, I'm upping the carbs right before class to get some more energy through class. And I feel like it's been good. I've been feeling really good.
Yeah, that was something I think that we should do more, is just kind of like a pre-training meal, and like what foods are we eating, like, an hour or 30 minutes before class. And I believe it's, carb loading. It's like bananas and the rice cakes and peanut butter and stuff like that, which are good fats, good carbs. Yeah, I don't know. I like to just hit 200 grams of carbs every day regardless. Just less total calories on days that we're not training. Yeah, I think that's something that's a common misconception, is that carbs make you tired and weary. It's all those keto freaks, you freaks. I think that carbs are the enemy when they are the fuel for life. You need that to energize and get through. I guess it just depends on your goals and your long-term goals and how you're training anyways, but carbs are your friend. They're my friend. I freaking love rice.
Yeah, we have a lot of rice. It's good.
Yeah. Every time I sign up for a comp, I'm like, this is the last one. I'm never going to do it again. But then, like, it just is so counterintuitive to, like, the whole philosophy of push limits and doing hard things. And it's the exact thing that I should be doing because I am afraid of it and because it is a hard thing. But then the kicker is, right, the more that we do this hard thing, it won't be that hard anymore. So then we're going to have to find something else that's hard to do. And I'm not going to take ice bath.
No, we don't need to do ice bath. Screw that.
I hate ice baths.
Yeah. Like, what other hard things can we do?
I just think it's really important to always continually find something that does scare you and do it. But it really, really, really fucking sucks. It sucks so bad. Like, you know what's so crazy is you told me that you don't, like, combat with yourself in your head. Like, you say you're going to do something and you're just, whoop, we're going to do it. But then, like me, I'm constantly arguing with myself in my head about everything. And it's mostly Mexican and margaritas.
Yes.
All the time. I just really want Mexican and margaritas. And that's my problem. Like, I'll be going on a good streak, everything's great, and then I'm like, damn, it is nice outside. I just need some tacos and margaritas.
It's so nice outside.
It's beautiful outside today.
I keep telling her, I'm like, after the comp, we'll go get really good Mexican right outside of Marion. It's going to be so good, so it'll be worth it.
I'm just curious if anybody else has that, if they're like, whoop, like you, fine-tune onto things, or if you're like me, where you're just like battling yourself all the time.
I wonder.
I don't know. I feel like I should, I was like thinking today, I'm like, oh, we should sign up for May. But I'm just waiting till last second, which I think what people are doing for this one too, possibly. Because I don't technically have a match right now. But what will probably happen though is, you know, at World League, I didn't have a match in the no-gi. And so that I could go up a weight class. But I think the next one was like 150 or 160 or something. And
It was like
I didn't take it at that time because I felt like I was a really fresh white belt. And
that was at World League? Are you sure that wasn't at IBJJF?
no, it was at World League. I didn't have a match at IBJJF. But it was at World League. I had 2 gi matches. And then I didn't have any no-gi. We were also moving the next weekend, so I didn't want to get injured. That was my excuse.
Oh my god, yeah, that was a crazy
And
one.
that time that we did the gi and the no-gi was so exhausting. I honestly feel like they should do the no-gi first and then the gi, because doing the no-gi, my grips were like gonzo.
Yeah, that was bad.
You know, gripping the pants and gripping the gi, and then going and doing the no-gi. I just remember Dylan was like rubbing my forearms like crazy. I'm like, coach, help me.
I can't feel anything.
Yeah, it was my calves and my forearms were just
Yeah.
gassed.
That's tough. I don't remember it being that bad for me, but probably wasn't doing a very good job with my grips at the time, so.
I don't know.
So you do a lot of spider stuff.
Yeah. But I think I was mostly defending myself.
That's funny.
Because I got triangled almost every single match.
So what's your goal for this upcoming comp?
I think it's more of a mindset thing for me. I don't have outcome goals. But, you know, we are competing at intermediate for the first time. And I think that seems a little intimidating just because at kind of the blue belt level, you don't really know what you're going to get. You could get somebody who's been training since they were a little kid and they are like 10 years of experience and they're a blue belt. Or you have someone, you know, who started in their 20s, 30s, 40s, and they've been training for a few years and have their blue belt. You have people who've competed a ton. You have people who haven't competed much, like us. So you just don't know.
It's so weird. Like, I feel like we've been training for so long. I don't know. It doesn't feel like we haven't competed that much. But then I'm like, well, this is literally my 3rd comp. Like,
yeah, it's nothing.
Yeah.
Compared to a lot of people who are like competing every single weekend.
Every weekend. I'm like, how? Like, how much money do you have in your piggy bank for this? Like, this is so crazy.
Well, I mean, if that's people's goal and intention, you know, it's
Yeah.
like we're saving up right now, you know, for stuff in our business and to go on our first honeymoon after 10 years of being together. You know, people just are competing jiu-jitsu, so, you know.
we'll do.
And they're going to beat us up.
But yeah, they. No, they're not. Not that bad.
But I guess my goal is kind of just to like have a game plan and be able to execute it. And then if something happens that isn't according to plan, it's just being able to react to it.
Yeah.
I think it's just being able to have a situation arise and being able to react properly to that situation is my goal, and remaining calm and trying not to think about it. How about you?
I would say the same thing. Like, I've been talking about my plan the last few days about going into this, and so I actually want to execute the plan because I feel like I did that before. I mean, I don't know exactly which comp, there were only 2 of them, but I remember before going in with a plan and then stepping on the mat and I blacked out or something. Like, I have no idea, you know? So I just want to go in with the plan, execute on my plan, and then, I don't know, I just want to do better than I did last time. So I wasn't really happy with how I did at Jiu Jitsu World League, which was over a year ago. And I just wasn't like, I just felt like it wasn't my best work. And so I just want to feel proud of like what I do next month.
Yeah.